Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today, taking a look at the month of September for Capricorn. So wherever you happen to have Capricorn in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on a Capricorn, hello and welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. We are getting messages from our guides and our angels this month, and the angel here says spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So your guides and your angels want you to know that you are protected from any and all harm. You are divinely protected, divinely guided. They are working overtime behind the scenes on your behalf for your highest and greatest good. So please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. It may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so that can really affect my memory. I can struggle to find my words or even get them out. I do get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling a bit of a challenge, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands. Whenever that happens, I tend to drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so that I can see them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. The messages get out the way that they are meant to eventually, right? Okay. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, or if you would like to purchase something from my wish list, like a card deck, a candle, something for my household, something for my fur babies, or if you would just like to make a donation, that can all be found in that description box down below, so make sure you check that out. Now, before we get into cards, we are going to get an Enchantress guide message from the Spirit board. All right, Spirit, Capricorn 2025, an Enchantress guide message. What is it that Capricorn needs to know? Ooh, okay, the Enchantress of love coming in, an enchantment for love. Let's see, with a piece of paper and a pen or pencil on hand, sit in a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. On the paper, write the word love. Stare at it until you have it in your mind's eye. Close your eyes. Focus on the letters of the word love floating off the paper and into your heart. Feel love, feel your heart. Ask it to stay with you and to guide you in life while awake and asleep. Open your eyes and say this prayer. Enchantress, my heart is filled with love that's true. I send it now from me to you. Fold the piece of paper and carry it with you to remind you of this enchantment. It will help attract love to you. Enchantress, my heart is filled with love that's true. I send it now from me to you. Yes, I love it. All right, let's get some influence of the angels tarot messages here for you for this month of September, Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance, your wisdom, and your truth in all matters and in all things and in all ways and at all times. What is it that Capricorn needs to know? We have, ooh, 10 of Cups. Talk about love showing up, right? We also have the 6 of Wands coming in for you. We also have the Five of Cups coming in here, and one more, the Four of Cups. So okay, you got lots of cups showing up here, lots of emotions, right? Because cups is water. Water is the power of our emotions. Wands is fire. Fire is the power of taking action. So let's start with this 10 of Cups we see here. I love the 10 of Cups. You know, 10s are, you know, about beginnings and endings here, you guys, you know, and here it's also about abundance. So an abundance of love, an abundance of emotions. You know, this is your happily ever after, however it looks to you. So symbols, we can see a family, strong love bonds, emotional support, healthy relationships. We have pets. The presence of the cat and dog show that the people have welcomed them into the family. This represents inclusion and belonging. We have the sun, positive energy, happiness, warmth, and joy. You know, the sun is the happiest card in the deck. We also see a house, the comfort of home, direct meanings, an environment of love, support, and encouragement, emotional balance and security. And something Spirit is saying here, and I better get it out before I forget, even if you didn't have this growing up, you can create it for yourself, okay? Strong family ties, the warmth, affection, and comfort of family, happiness, and sense of well-being. Shadow meanings, disconnection or limited association with people from outside of the family, clan or cult, insolarity, I don't know how to say that. Okay, codependence. But the angelic message: may your family be blessed with mutual kindness, patience, and support for one another, and may the love of family be with you all the days of your life. Yes, thank you, all the days of your life. All right, we have the Six of Wands, and sixes are about returning to a state of harmony and balance. And you have 6, 5, 4. You may want to look up, you know, what that sequence means in that order, or if it's an angel number. Maybe you're seeing 1010, Spirit is saying as well. All right, symbols, we have a trophy, victory, success, winner. It also serves as a pedestal or place of honor for the knight. Flag, banner, a proclamation of victory. We have a knight. The knight is the focal point of the victory celebration. He represents the key factor or the leadership that has led to a successful outcome. Gathering of people. Some of the crowd members are simply there to celebrate the knight's success. They represent acknowledgement and acclaim. Others are part of the knight's team and have helped achieve victory. They represent cooperation and well-managed resources. We have wands. Symmetrically balanced, the wands are presented in sharp contrast to those shown on the Five of Wands card. They represent coordinated effort and things running smoothly. Yes, I love that. Direct meanings. The pieces have all come together and led to victory. The importance of cooperation and coordination in order to achieve success. Well-deserved recognition, approval, and praise. Self-esteem, feeling good about one's accomplishments. Shadow meanings, praise and adulation as the prime motivation for doing something. Hollow recognition, everyone gets a trophy, celebrating a non-achievement as if it was an actual achievement. grabbing all the glory, claiming total responsibility for the win, while failing to acknowledge others on the team or other factors contributing to the favorable outcome. Angelic message: may all your best ideas be put into action. May your accomplishments be acknowledged by those who matter to you. Ooh, okay, love that. Getting the recognition you so greatly deserve. So, all right, we have the Five of Cups coming in here. Fives are about trouble, instability, and unpredictability. Symbols: 3 knocked down empty cups, emotional exhaustion and depletion, loss, and the feelings of sadness and regret about that loss. 2 upright cups, emotional reserves, wellspring. The woman is so spent that she has a hard time realizing that the 2 cups are there. The angel brings one of the cups, reminding us that spiritual resources are available when needed. Wet dress. Clinging to the woman's body, the dress suggests that the woman has recently come out of the water. Water represents feelings, and the wet dress suggests being overwhelmed and drowned by emotions. It also represents spiritual or emotional discomfort, like wearing a wet dress is physically uncomfortable. Floral wreath. Comprised of colorless dead flowers, the wreath held by the woman represents loss and death. Gray setting. Everything surrounding the woman inside and outside is colorless. This conveys apathy or depression. Direct meanings: emotional depletion, spent, grief and sorrow over something that has been lost, disappointment, regret, or upset about something that has already happened and nothing can be done to change it, crying over spilt milk, inability for now to see the positive. Shadow meanings: knowing your current emotional condition is temporary. Sensing a spiritual wellspring can be tapped into to become healed or replenished. Angelic message: be hopeful that with time, your cup will be refilled and your wounds will heal. Hang on just a second. Olive, quit. Don't do that, Kiki. Stop. Ma'am, I said quit. Sorry, she's chewing on a cord and I don't want her to like get electrocuted, you know, that would not be good times. All right, 4 of Cups. Now, 4s represent stability, order, and the benefits of a solid foundation. Symbols: we have the angel with the cup. The cup represents positive emotion brought by an angel. It is God-given. Woman looking down. The woman ignores everything around her, including the angel's gift. On one hand, this represents self-absorption, but it can also represent introspection and meditation. The woman is trying to reach a state of inner balance and stability. Note that she sits on the ground under a tree. Her self-reflection is reminiscent of the Buddha under the Bodhi tree. The woman is unwilling to accept or even acknowledge the angel's cup because now is not the time. She must center herself before she can take on or allow herself to feel anything new. An over preoccupation with oneself is unhealthy and imbalanced. Lack of concern about the outer world can lead to apathy. Taken too far, the woman may never be ready to accept the angel's gift because she's unwilling or unable to shift the focus from herself to anything that doesn't affect her personally. 3 cups in the foreground. Like all cups, these cups symbolize emotion. Here the woman is literally sitting with her emotions. She is not actively engaged with them, but she is she is in the process of recognizing and accepting them. Direct meanings, introspection, becoming centered, focusing on one's own needs. Shadow meanings, self-preoccupation, self-absorption, disengagement, not caring about the outside world, apathy, discontent. Angelic message. The gifts that life offers are yours to enjoy when you're ready to take them in. So I'm going to grab a little drink here. That was a lot of talking already. And I still have more to do. So wet my whistle here. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's going on in the love department for you this month of September. This can include yourself, family, friends, significant other, literally anywhere that you have love. So if you're like, hey Gigi, you know, I really love my job, I love the people I get to work with, the people I get to interact with, or I really love my hobbies, then guess what? Those are included here as well. So we have the crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Now before you come at me like, Gigi, I ain't having no more babies, or I ain't having babies, period. It does also say an enterprise. Maybe that is what you are birthing, and you're pouring your love, your time, and your attention, you know, blood, sweat, tears into, you know, this enterprise, or to the children you already have. You know, you want your strong, steady foundation so that you can have your happily ever after. We do have the weeping willow for family sorrow, so there could be a loss. Maybe this is the anniversary month of someone's passing, or their birthday, or, you know, it could be a sorrow of another kind. You know, pets were also mentioned up there, so hopefully not a fur baby though, because that just makes me feel even sadder, right? All right, tree, affairs with your family. So, you know, your legacy, you guys, you're all branches on the tree. This tree, you know, is big and strong, and, you know, the family ties there. We also have chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. So, you know, someone has to empty the chair so that it can be filled. So this can be anywhere in your relationships. And, you know, again, life and death, it's a cycle, you guys. You know, something ends, something dies, something is new, something is birthed. So, you know, look at it that way, you guys. So lots happening though there in the love department. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finance for you this month of September, Capricorn. You know, I always like to know what's going on with my money, honey. I'm always like, hey, yo, give me $1 million. You know, like, how nice would it be if you woke up tomorrow and there's just $1 million sitting in your account? So I'd be like, yep, I manifested that. Show me the dadgum money, please, right now. Get on it. All right, we have the 4-leaf clover. Great good fortune, a lucky time for you this month of September. We have the bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Yes, sign me up for that, you guys. You know, getting that recognition that you deserve. Maybe you're literally, you know, your hobbies, maybe it's baking or writing or something, you know, but it's something that can make you money if you work at it. All right, we have the quill for get back to basics. Make it simple on yourself, and that's a part of the reason I said writing, because, you know, the quill is used for writing. You have a story to tell, and, you know, tell it simply, you guys. You know, like, don't make it complicated, and know that your story is still unfolding. All right, we also have the archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up for you. So I feel like you have to think outside of the box or look at things a little bit differently and come up with a plan, then execute that plan, you guys. And don't be afraid to go through that archway. There is goodness up ahead. All right, let's see what's going on in life for you, Capricorn, this month of September. You know, life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. You know, your girl here is like, hey life, why don't you pump your brakes, use some Vaseline? And life's like, nah bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, just because I can don't mean I want to. You know, I'd like to coast on Easy Street or have my address on Easy Street for just once. You know, it sounds so amazing. All right, you have the Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So, you know, your guides and your angels are letting you know, yes, we see your struggles. We see that things, you know, maybe haven't been going your way or the way you hoped, but you will be taken care of in these difficult times. You are not alone. We have the Bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. So, you know, let's be real. As long as we're alive, we're going to have people working for us or forces working for us, forces working against us. Choose to feed the right monkey and starve the other one. You know, don't give it your time or your attention. You know, we want the positive monkey to grow and flourish. You do have Rat, someone working against you behind your back. So you got a dirty rat, you guys, and maybe that's why that chair empties. You also have the Apple. Temptation will test you. So, you know, if you take hold of the offering there, it can be hard to make your way back from it. And be careful, because there's a snake in that tree waiting to bite you. So, you know, is it worth it in the long run, you guys? All right, let's get a message from the Moon. The Moon is all about changes in our lives. You know, the Moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get some messages from Mama Moon for Capricorn this month of September. What is it that Mama Moon wants Capricorn to know here? All right. Ooh, that one popped. We have take time to breathe out. Disseminating Moon. So, you know, maybe you need to just pause and reflect, you guys. Woosah right on out the door with any BS, any mess. We have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer coming in. So Cancer is a water sign, and you have lots of water for emotions coming in here. So let's see. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating Moon. You should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else. Avoid falling into a slump. Attune to the Moon. I am where I am and it's okay. You know, that helps you get grounded and stable, you guys, when you're like, you know what, I may not be where I want to be, but I'm working towards getting there, and it's okay. You know, this is not my final destination. It's just a stopping point. All right, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Maybe you need a journal too. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? You know, family did come up in a big way there for you. Attune to the moon. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. You know, crab walk, you guys. Like I said, I feel like you have to think outside of the box. Be willing to look at things from a different angle, you guys. And, you know, if you move sideways towards something, you know, you may find you get there a little quicker, a little faster. All right, let's get a spirit animal guide for you this month of September, Capricorn. Let's see who would like to be your spirit guide and what their message for you is for Capricorn, September 2025. Ooh, you got a number 8, Justice. So, you know, Justice is Libra energy. So maybe you got Libra or Cancer in your birth chart somewhere. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancer or a Libra, or they have it in their birth chart somewhere. I mean, there are so many of us, so the possibilities are literally endless here, you guys. And, you know, Libra is about balance. You know, you have balance come up there as well. You know, life requires balance in all areas. So it is the Elephant here. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. So, you know, it's not just your own side. You know, there's two sides in the truth, and not a saying. So, I mean, and you see from your point of view, and you know, they see from theirs, and then, you know, an outsider could be like, yeah, but there's this and that, right? But Justice is on your side in all matters here this month of September. Thank you, Justice. And an elephant never forgets. All right, let's get a fairy dust mini deck message here for you, Capricorn, for this month of September. Let's see what the fairies want you to know here. All right, we have lead the way. Take the reins today. Others will follow if you lead the way. Ooh, I love it. All right, we also have the green fairy. A cheeky green fairy on your behalf is appearing here to make you laugh. I love it. Yes. All right, let's get some star seeds mini deck messages here for you, Capricorn, for this month of September. Let's see what else you need to know here, Capricorn. All right. Okay. All right, I hear you. It was this one. All right, we have vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. Keep raising your vibration, you guys. Dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Keep a dream journal. I feel like journaling is really big for you here this month of September. All right, let's get your bonus. It is coming from the Angel Answers Oracle. So, you know, maybe you have questions and, you know, your guides and angels are like, well, here, let me give you an answer. Or, you know, leading and guiding you, giving you a message here for Capricorn. Let's see. We have perfect timing. So, you know, if your question, you know, wasn't ready to receive the cup from that angel, but in perfect divine timing, once you've done your healing and you're ready, you will openly, you know, warmly, lovingly welcome this gift from God, from your guides and your angels. All right, Capricorn, these are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. Hit it with the razzle dazzle, especially if you would like a bonus in your next month's reading. If you haven't already, and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with all of you. It really does bring a lot of joy into my life. You know, you are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you, and I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So your guides and your angels, you know, they are letting you know that you are protected. And you know, even when times are tough, even if it feels like the whole world has turned against you, you know, and temptation is trying to really test you, and you're like, oh, but I don't want to give into it. You know, justice is on your side as well here. Your guides and your angels are on your side. You know, career and finances, my goodness, a lucky, abundant time for you. Make it easy on yourself. And you know, lots going on there in the love department, but you know, even if there are sorrows, there will be something to celebrate and rejoice, you guys. You know, like I said, life, you know, the universe has a way of tipping the scales and balancing things out. So all right, I hope you have an amazing month of September, Capricorn. From the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, and I want to say thank you, blessed be, namaste, and goodbye.